How's it going, guys? This is Legendary Nats coming back at you guys again with our continued playthrough of Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. This is our third part right here, and we're just going to continue going on through into the game. I think it's something that you guys really enjoy. Hopefully, we'll get a little bit further. But in the last episode from yesterday, we actually went and basically just kind of went through part of the first area, took care of one of the side bosses, but we're going to continue going on through that area. So here it's kind of showing us that we can now enhance our abilities, but the only way to really do that, you have to have 4 prayer beads, and I only have 1 right now, so we're just going to continue going forward. And if you guys hear any noise in the background, it's probably just my buddy over into the other room just screaming his head off playing Smoot. So, but yeah, so I went to the doctor today, found out that I ended up having stomach virus, and I'm still getting over it, but I'm doing much better. Not nearly as bad as I was, because I'm able to eat and not have unspeakable things come out of me. I know that's something you guys wanted to hear. But anyways, so this is where we took on that one guy and took him down. And we are going to actually go on to this area. Now this little area has got a lot of enemies. A lot of enemies. And this is one of the things about this game that gets me, man. It's just so cool. In Dark Souls, you would have areas that would be kind of, up high or something like that, and that way so you can kind of see, about where you're going to be heading off to. But in this game, like, the verticality of this game, you have the ability to just kind of plan your attack for the most part. And I think Epic Namebro brought it into, like, the best light that he could, was like how Metal Gear Solid, you had, like, the radar system. But we see that there is over there someone who's patrolling, and then we have those 2 guys right there. But we're gonna just kind of go through the area and see what else we can find. So if we go up here to the top, we should be able to see them. You see right there, I know it's kind of hard to tell, but over there next to the broken boards in that building, there's actually someone, a rifleman over there as well. And so I honestly believe he's the bigger threat. The very first time I came through here, I didn't even know he was there, and I went after those 2 guys and got absolutely destroyed because I didn't plan ahead. So, but this game gives you plenty of areas to take advantage of, and there's actually next to those like shields that's over there, those slats, you can see a tip of a hat because there's another guy over there in that area. So we're gonna try and sneak up on this other guy, the rifleman, because he's probably the biggest threat, like I said, right now. Let's see. Got him. Got him. No one sees us. We're invisible because we are ninja. Now, you probably hear that, but there's actually more steps. And if they are coming, there's actually quite a few guys. That's a bigger party of individuals. So there they are right there. The guy with the straw on him, he's actually probably the more dangerous one out of them. But this is a game of being careful with how you handle your situation. It's one of those games that you kind of need to plan your attack. Be a ninja. But it's just about, taking care, noticing your surroundings, utilizing your surroundings. So I will say this, and I was watching Body earlier today while I was on my way over to the dock. and he brought up that due to us playing Dark Souls has kind of actually made it worse for us playing this game because we're so used to things being done in a different way. So we're going to go ahead and kill him with Kill Slice. Kill Slice. And so he saw us, but that's okay because we're actually hidden now, and we'll be fine for the most part. Where's if they have a triangle like that over their head, that means they don't know where we're at, but they know we're somewhere. So we're actually still okay. We're still completely fine. And sometimes these guys will actually come in and they'll, like how he just saw me. Now he has a red triangle over his head. And sometimes even if they see you, they can see you and they're like, I want to get you, but I don't know how. Well, cool. The funny thing is that they'll sometimes throw pots. This is, I'm being a bit more aggressive than I would like to be. See, now they can't find me. Which is it's kind of funny that they can't find me. They're like, oh, we know that our friend just got killed, but... And we just go right back in here. And we're just going to keep kind of doing this. It can feel like it takes forever to kill enemies, but let me tell you, doing things a bit more, you know, quiet and stealthy is actually just a really good way to stay alive. I mean, I'm just being honest with you guys. I just, that's how I think about it. Now, it's not my typical gameplay. I don't like being as defensive or sneaky. I like to just, you know, go balls deep. But oh, I still got him. But it works out in the end. Still got them both. Now, if you're expecting me to give you guys like awesome gameplay, no. I actually suck at the game. And most of my friends who we talked about this game, man, like we all have said the same thing, you know. This is a great game. But it's something that we have to get used to. We have to kind of change our play styles. So let's listen to what they got to say.
This battle, do you think it can be won? I fear we may not prevail.
What? We'll be just fine. Look, Ishin may be sick, but he's still going strong. Genichiro is a terror with the bow. And of course, we have Gyobu the demon.
Ah, Gyobu, of course. Good point. As long as he is with us, no man could ever breach the Ashina Castle gate.
Okay. Now, something that it took me a minute to kind of understand it, but in this game, you don't really want to sit there and... Sorry, got distracted there. But in this game, it's not a game where you want to sit there and try to dodge attacks, because there are iframes in your dodge, there are iframes in your jump, but this game is not meant for you to honestly sit there and dodge. I'm just being honest with you guys. It's not like Dark Souls where you have your roll and you can literally dodge through everything. That's not how this game is meant. It's a game of a balance of defense and offense. So, for those of you who are struggling, I'm serious. Sit there and you know, block. Blocking is going to be your friend. Now, over here, there's kind of a big boy. And we're going to take him on. He's really not that bad. He didn't kill me or anything like that the first time I fought him. But he can kill you if you're not careful. Because his attack, he has like a rampaging attack that will just absolutely destroy you. Just being honest. And plus, I mean, he wears the man thong. Now, let's continue on. Now, there is a merchant over here. You guys see where those crows are at? And let's see if I can actually make this jump. I don't know if I can. Nope. I didn't make the jump. I know you can make the jump. And I know you can make the jump over there as well. I know I've seen people. Oh, and the cool thing is in this game, you actually don't die when you fall off a ledge like in Dark Souls. It just takes some of your health. There we go. So we made it. This isn't actually the way you're supposed to go. You're supposed to go back around here and make that. But, you know, whatevs, bro. I don't conform to society.
Care to purchase an offering?
An offering?
Indeed. I sell items to be offered to the dead, so they might rest in peace. From the looks of you, I'd wager you know a thing or two about death. Go ahead, buy an offering.
So he can sell some stuff to us, and one of the things I will highly suggest that you buy, mainly because I found this out the hard way, the Robert firecrackers. This can be added on to your arsenal of prosthetic mechanics and arm prosthetic tools. That's what I was trying to think of. And it's very useful for especially beasts. It will scare beasts, but it also can be used to distract other enemies. So like humanoid enemies, you could still use it and they'll stun back. So I highly suggest you get that. That's very, very useful. And you can also sell some stuff here. Like I had the light coin purse, and you could be sitting there thinking, well, why exactly is he selling light coin purses whenever the light coin purse is only worth 100? Every single person who I have talked to, like Mark, sorry, dropped my controller. But talked to like on Twitter, watching YouTube videos, they all suggest the same thing of buying coin purses. Sure, it's 10% higher than what you make back, but it's a guaranteed 100 gold to you. Because every time you die, you lose half of your experience, half of your gold every single time. But if you have that, you at least have something to go by, you know, so that you're actually going to be okay. So just my suggestion to buy it.
Where you find the departed, you'll find the memorial mob, just like the crows. Wherever your travels take you, make sure you bring some offerings with you.
So we're going to end up getting a little bit more money so that we can get that. But let's go ahead and look at where else we're going to be going here. So we see right off the bat, right over there next to those flags and that flame, there is a guy with a cannon. There's a guy over there next to that gate. There are two guys over there, and then we saw that this guy right here, and I think there's another one who's kind of patrolling. And there's an item down there. I don't think I've gotten that item. So let's... I didn't get hurt because you can drop from high heights and not die. Now I think there is a cave. I'm pretty certain. I think there's a cave up there. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty certain there is. I think I saw one. So, but something I would like to ask you guys, out of all of y'all who do end up watching me and watching my videos and chat with me on streams, which Dark Souls or Souls-like game do you like? It doesn't even have to be a FromSoft game. It could be any game that's similar to Dark Souls. You know, like Neo or Salt and Sanctuary, something along those lines. So, I would love it if you guys would leave a comment down below and tell me that. Alright, so now we got some antidote powder, which is very necessary for... Not this current boss. I'm not going to lie. Our current boss is actually not someone you're going to have to worry about that with. Alright, so... Alright, so no one saw me. Still being very sneaky. Alright. And I'm sorry if it, I have been playing it a little bit, and I will let you guys know I've only made it to like the first real boss of the game, and that's about it. I haven't gotten too much further, mainly because I think that's kind of enough for me at the moment, that I was able to kind of get an idea of what I need to do, and I'm purposely trying not to watch other YouTubers, other than the fact of trying to support them. Like, I support Marcus or Epic Name Bro or Vadi Video or Dave Control Live. Like, these are some of the guys that I really, really enjoy watching on especially Souls Material. Oh gosh. The guys with the hats typically tend to be the ones who are a little bit more dangerous whenever it comes to fighting them, because they will deflect you. So if they do deflect you, make sure you guard immediately after. Also, something I learned today, which I did not know, you can actually attack cancel into a guard. So that's pretty cool.
Oh, is that you, Inosuke? My son, have you seen the young master?
I am not your son.
There you go again, Inosuke. You always tease that I'm getting senile, but a mother knows her own son. Well, anyway, take this bell. It's a charm I made with the young master in mind. Please, offer it to Buddha for his sake.
A bell charm received from an old woman who asked that it be offered to Buddha. Bell charms protect their holders through Buddha's divine protection. If one finds himself the owner of another's bell charm, offering it to Buddha on their behalf is common courtesy. The sculptor at the dilapidated temple can advise on how to use it, how it should be offered. So she gave us that, and she thinks that we're her son, but she's really old and senile and doesn't realize that her son is actually right here.
Who is it? Is somebody there?
Yes.
That voice. No. Could it be? Sir, my name is Inosuke Nogami, a vassal of the Hirata family. Or at least I was. I ask a favor. Might you look in on the old lady in that house? She's my mother, but her mind is failing. She cannot tell one from another.
I met your mother. She gave me a bell.
She did she? You have my thanks. That bell's troubled her for a long, long time. She kept muttering incoherently. Something about offering it to Buddha. Sir, the man from before, right? I wanted to thank you for humoring my mother. That bell's troubled her for a long, long time. She kept muttering incoherently.
Yeah, it's sad because here he's dying right there, you know, about 100 feet from his mother, and she doesn't even realize it because she's so old and senile. Goodbye, you giant cock. Oh gosh, I've never been hurt that much by him. Now, you see an item right there, but you probably see right off the bat where it's supposed to go, but first time I came through here, I was like, man, how do I get that? I kept attacking things, and I finally found out, there you go. Just gotta attack those, and then you find all these different gold purses, coin purses, which really at this point you should have enough to be able to go and get that firecracker. Just being honest with you. Like, you should have enough now at this point that you can actually utilize what you've gotten to be able to get what you need. So, that's what we're going to go do. We're going to go buy that firecracker.
Care to purchase an offering?
So let's go ahead. We have 271,
May the
and we're gonna go right in our inventory, and we're gonna pop 3 of them. Now we have plenty,
Care to purchase?
and we'll purchase that, and we'll purchase one of these, so I can kind of
Don't
refill
use
it
that
back up.
thing. They're very intelligent. Leaps and bounds smarter than other animals. Cruelty won't be tolerated.
I don't remember him having that bit of dialogue before, but interesting. So he considers them much smarter than other animals. Excuse me. Oh, be careful about this. Normally, I typically try to crouch as soon as I drop down on a branch, but be careful on that particular branch. You can fall off. And this branch is the little symbol is a little bit different. It's because it's too small for us to stand on, so we use this as one that can go across. So now, maybe wondering, what do we got to do? Well, we're gonna head on over this way, and you have a couple routes you can actually take. See, the very first time I went through this area, I took on the guy with the whatchamacallit, with the cannon, and I went around this route. And you'll kind of notice right off the bat something really cool. Big giant snake skin right there. I think it's cool, at least. And now we got a Amiibo possession balloon. A Amiibo balloon filled with fountainhead water imbued with a blessing of fortune. If one pops the vibrant green Amiibo balloon and prays, those that water splashes upon will have a higher chance of obtaining items. So if you pop it and you're trying to do like a little farming run, this will give you more items. So sometimes rare items that we'll come across later on. And gives us another one. So, oh, and there's a little Buddha. But yeah, I thought it was really cool seeing that snake skin. So we're going to do this. Be careful not to go from that branch that you're standing on and doing that. I did that and I flew off. So be careful. Now that scrap iron is one of the things that is kind of a rare item. So you'll have to use that to be able to get certain, like get upgrades for your prosthetics. Okay. Now let's hug the wall. Yeah, I'm too fat to do something like this. And I don't have enough confidence in my my ability to balance, because my equilibrium's all kinds of jacked. Alright, so if you're in a position like this, like you're trying to figure out what you need to do, you just need to run and then do the whole Spider-Man leap of faith. And there is a new statue. So let's go ahead and sit down at this statue. And while we're also sitting down at the statue, we're going to actually head back to the temple so that we can get our new shinobi tool. Because I'm serious, the firecracker is such a good shinobi tool Like, I'm not even joking with you guys. Do you have anything new to talk to us about?
I'm glad you've come, Master Wolf. I still don't understand the particulars, but it appears as though Unity is no longer confined by the
I think we've already heard
I
this.
will.
Yeah,
Oh.
we have.
Did I hear the ringing of a chime?
It was probably this bell. I was told to offer it to Buddha.
Does the bell hold any significance for you? If it does, talk to the sculptor. He is quite knowledgeable when it comes to Buddha.
What is it?
Seems to me your battle sense has returned. You're more like a shinobi than before, if only a little. Take this.
And now we have the Shinobi Esoteric Text, a book of secrets that details a variety of techniques employed by shinobi. Grants the ability to learn shinobi-style skills. Within the text are the innermost secrets of the shinobi arts, such as attacks performed in the air and hiding one's body to avoid detection. Such moves could never be practiced by samurai.
What is it?
Shinobi techniques. Recorded within are fighting techniques that cannot be performed by samurai. Whether you make use of them or not is up to you. Shinobi aren't the only ones with their own fighting techniques.
Owning an esoteric text of a combat style will allow its skills to be acquired in the sculptor's idle skill menu. Each enemy defeated provides skill experience. Skill points are acquired once enough experience is gained, which can be spent to unlock skills. Some skills can be learned by obtaining items or defeating enemies. Now, the reason why we ended up getting that is because now, if you look over where that little black like teardrop or eye looking thing is at, and it says 1, that means that we have a skill point, and he only talks to us about it whenever we have a skill point. So that's the reason why we have it. So now let's talk to him.
I can hear the ring of a bell chime.
You mean this old bell? An old woman asked me to offer it to Buddha.
That bell. Have you seen it before?
No, it is unfamiliar.
It appears the bell disagrees. I think it's trying to tell you something.
What?
Give it as an offering. The kind-faced Buddha near the wall is different from the Buddhas I make. It was carved by the hand of the true sculptor.
I think that's funny. He's like, the bell is trying to speak to you. What? What? Are you serious, bro? Am I a joke to you? So now we can get us a new prosthetic tool, which is the Shinobi Firecracker. A prosthetic tool fitted with Robert's firecrackers. Costs spirit emblems. It does cost 2 compared to the Lotus Shuriken, which only costs 1. Unleashes an explosive flash that briefly blinds foes and inflicts posture damage on beast-type enemies. Has a wide frontward field of effect that can impact multiple foes at once. Suitable for temporary immobilization and immobilizing enemies, and particularly good for scaring beasts. There's an enemy that we're going to be coming across that this is going to be very ideal for us to use against them. So that's why I highly suggest that you have that.
If you want more forms for that fang of yours, you'll need to search for more shinobi tools. There's no turning back from this path now. The least I can do is load your arm.
Alright, and something else that he brought up to us is for us to utilize this. So let's pray and see where it takes us.
Close your eyes. Hear the bell speak to you. The bell's chime will stir your thoughts. And and awaken old memories from their slumber.
My little dog keeps clawing at me. He feels like he's never loved, when that's obviously not true. Now, that ended up taking us to a new place altogether. And it says it's 3 years ago. So it took us to the past. But, even though it took us to the past, any item that you find here in this area, you're going to end up being able to keep it. So just keep that in mind. And now it says that we can acquire skills. So let's go to the skills, and let me go ahead and show to you guys one of the most important skills that you would ever need, which is not here. Can't do that. I thought it was right here, but it's a particular skill that I highly suggest that you guys end up getting later on. I thought it was right here. Dadgummit. This is the skill that you guys need to get. Some enemies have this really powerful thrust attack, and if it does hit you, it does a crap ton of damage. But if you have the Makiri counter, you can turn that into kind of like a deflection, and plus alongside with that, you will actually do a crap ton of posture damage to them. So it's highly suggested that you guys use that. I'm just being honest with you. So now we can equip our new attack, and so while holding this, we can do that, and that can be used to go against like a large group of enemies. So keep that in mind. It's a really good attack to have on hand. So why don't we go ahead and kind of look around and see what we can do here. And you can take fall damage. I thought it was a bit closer, but I was wrong. Got a fistful of ash. I still haven't figured out like how well that works. You see that carp out there? You can actually kill that carp, and I think there's something specific that you need. Oh, you know, I have not gone all throughout this area. I'm going to have to go throughout this area and see what's all here. My little dog. Just sitting here and being a little punk. Trust me, I love my dog. A little buddy, he gets more love than he puts on. You know, I actually never really did a really good search throughout the area. I do know that those fish, though, you have to kill those fish and you can get something special from them. I know they can attack you in the water, though. Now, the cool thing about these enemies over here, sure, they can attack you and all that kind of stuff, but they're really not that bad. Did we miss it? Yeah, we missed it. I think those are kind of like the same thing as... Oh, what is that over there? Oh, that looked like something else. There we go. And we got the treasure carp. These are kind of like, I guess you could say similar to that of... what are they called? Crystal lizards. Very similar to them. You know, I never came over here before, so... What the heck is that?
Just maybe. know about carp scales? The sparkling, shining scales of the treasure carp. Bring them to me, and I'll reward you handsomely.
So you could use... Oh, okay. So you can get certain things from him.
Bring me
Interesting.
some scales next time.
Okay, so this seems like an area that you can kind of farm carp scales. Like coin purse, another one. So, guys, we're kind of experiencing this together for the first time for those of you who have not played this game and are going through it.
Do you?
There we go. Got a second one. Yeah. Oh, shut up, dude. Now you're annoying. It's so weird to be able to swim in a FromSoft game. I'm so used to water being like my bane. Also, this music kind of reminds me of Bloodborne a little bit. With a hint of, you know, a Japanese tradition, like traditional Japanese music. It kind of also reminds me of Bloodborne's music. I may be the only one who thinks that, but that's what it kind of reminds me. Oh crap! What saw me? Hurrah! Oh, it looks like that's even higher. So much for being a sneaky sneak, doing that stealth. Thought I forgot about my word, didn't you? Well, I didn't. And now we got some oil. That oil is going to be very useful for whenever you are dealing with enemies that, like if you can inflict some kind of flame damage, that's going to be very useful to use against them. That way so that you can actually get some good damage off, yo. Get some of that good damage. Set them on fire. Alright, so we have found our next little bonfire right here. Let's go ahead and rest at it. And guys, I think this is where we're going to leave it off today. I feel that we did a lot of stuff. I know that we didn't fight any like super cool bosses or anything like that, but this, in my opinion, is a good spot to leave off because the next area that we're about to go to is quite large. It has a lot of stuff, and it will take us quite some time to go through. So, but thank you guys so much for coming in and chilling with me for this past 38 minutes. I hope that y'all have a great day, and I look forward to being on chill with y'all later on. If you haven't subscribed to me and you like what you see, subscribe to me for more Sekiro content. And I'll talk to you guys later.